It's a Tuesday afternoon. We are getting ready to start dinner in our house. I wanted to tell you what I was making, and I'll kind of show you bits and pieces of it. But first and foremost, Dan is here supervising. I told him that you guys all wanted to say hi to him, so he's here helping me and raising my blood pressure. So I'm doing a variation today on one of our favorite dishes around here, which is it's like a cauliflower casserole that we make. It's a cheesy cauliflower casserole. If you follow me on Instagram, it's one of my most liked posts. I'm actually gonna put an Italian spin on it tonight. So it's gonna kind of have a little bit of like a ricotta stuffed shell vibe. And then I'm making meatballs to put on top of it. So I don't want to tell you guys how to make meatballs because I feel like it's a really personal preference. To keep them low carb, I basically just do ground beef, Parmesan cheese as my replacement for breadcrumbs. Then I add an egg and a bunch of different seasoning, and as I'm mixing it up, I just kind of check the texture. Sometimes it needs a little splash of like an unsweetened almond milk, but not always. So I'm sure you have a beloved meatball recipe. If you guys really want to see me make meatballs, I can make that happen, but for the purpose of time saving, I'm going to just kind of make the meatballs off to the side, and then I'll show you more step by step how I'm going to do the cauliflower bake.
Oh yeah.
Dan. So one of the questions that you guys had for Dan, you basically wanted to ask him, I think you want me to do a Q&A with him where basically we just kind of sit down and shoot the you-know-what, but I haven't really thought about how to go about that yet, so we're kind of killing two birds with one stone. One of the questions that they were asking was, what did you think of me when we first met?
So basically I went in to go get my hair cut, and she was walking out as I was walking in, and I stopped dead in my tracks and was like, who is that? And, it just kind of started from there. She was super resistant. I tried to get her to go fishing with me.
He stalked me, basically.
She told me no, like 4 times, and then I asked again, and...
4? Probably more like 14.
So then I asked her one day, and I was like, hey, do you want to hang out? And I was so used to her saying no that I waited like 2 minutes for a response and didn't get one. So I was like, all right, cool, maybe next time, because that's who I am.
I had said yes.
And she had said yes, and right after I sent it saying maybe next time, her message saying yes came through. So that was interesting. That was something awesome to explain.
I had just gotten out of like a really crappy relationship, so my head was not really in a place to be dating anybody as anything more than just like a casual hangout. Dan is also slightly younger than me, so I had never dated anyone younger than me before. So when I found that out, I instantly was like, no, this isn't gonna work.
She's a cradle robber.
We're about 4 years. Notice how I just skipped right over it? Nothing to see here. We're about 5 years apart.
That's yours.
He just drank my Diet Pepsi. So we're about 5 years apart, and I thought that was going to be like a much bigger issue than it ended up being, but it's actually worked out really great. We get along really well. Like, even when we fight, it's really short-lived. Like, he's helped me kind of
It's only because listen, if there's any guys that are watching this and
women.
You guys have
women.
Well, have your husbands watch this, or your significant other. When she's mad at me, like, I don't give her the chance to stew on it. I literally sit there and I just like, give me a hug.
He pesters me.
She'll literally fight me until she gives me a hug, and she just gives in. She still hates me, but she gave me a hug, so she's not as mad.
He does totally pester
so it's
me,
cool.
basically.
It's all good.
He pesters me into being okay with it, or he'll find a way to make me laugh that the fight's over, because once I'm laughing, like, it's really hard to stay mad. So he definitely keeps me laughing, and I think that's kind of one of the best parts about our relationship. We really do laugh a lot. One of the other questions that you guys had for Dan is, what do you do for a living?
I'm actually a maintenance guy. I do everything from concrete to electrical, welding, framing. I can pretty much do a little bit of everything. I actually work for a company called Doherty Manufacturing here in Edgewater, Florida, and it's a very big up-and-coming company, and super excited to see where it goes.
Are you allowed to say that they...
No.
They do, like, theme park rides.
Yeah, we
That's
build
really
theme park
all we
rides.
can say. He actually had to sign, like, a confidentiality thing. There are certain parts of the plant that he's not allowed to bring his phone in. It's, like, super top-secret hush-hush. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what Dan does for a living. He used to work for a boat company, so he used to build boats for a living, so he definitely still gets his build on, but has a lot more responsibility now too, and has learned electrical. So he's doing really big things there.
Yeah. Getting electrocuted and stuff, you know, the fun stuff.
Okay,
But-
so now I'm gonna pretend like someone asked this, but this is actually for me.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of this whole YouTube, social media, Instagram, Amanda's a weirdo thing?
I mean, that's it. You're just a weirdo. It's cool. I'm down with it. That's fun. And I get to do crazy things on camera.
He likes it. He's
I
trying
do.
to. They don't
I do.
like it. He likes it.
I really do. It's fun.
He definitely
and I can
likes
show off
it.
my beautiful beard.
It
you
is
know?
nice.
You know, so that's really it. You
He
know?
was so excited that the people wanted to see him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had so many questions.
Thanks, guys. You
Okay,
guys rock.
so one more question, and then I'm gonna ball up this meat. I'm gonna ball up the meat. You better not. You better not. I'm gonna ball up the meat and put that in the oven, and while those bake, I'll basically prep ingredients so I can show you guys step by step how I'm going to do the cauliflower bake. The cool thing about that recipe is this is actually the first time that I'm doing it in this manner, so it'll be a first for all of us. I hope it's good. You think it'll be good?
It's gonna be amazing.
It should be good.
She's never made anything that was terrible. Like, especially since we started keto, I was really worried for me because I'm a redneck and I'm a fat kid at heart. I love everything that's fat and greasy and fried and delicious. And then she told me that I could have all of that. I just had to get rid of a couple of small things like cake and stuff like that. And it was kind of exciting. So
I know he's done really well with it. He was a little resistant at first, but once he saw how great I was feeling and how much energy I had, he jumped on pretty well.
yeah. About 4 months or so in, I went ahead and was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm already eating better, you know, when it came to dinner and stuff like that. Like, I was still eating crap for lunch, you know, greasy pizza and, you know, going to McDonald's and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, let me just jump on it for a while. Let me see what it's about for 2 weeks. And within 2 weeks, I noticed such a difference in just how I felt that it was a no-brainer. I had to do it.
You could keto too if you had a personal chef.
Yeah. Hire this lady. Hire her.
Don't hire me.
Hire her.
I already got my hands full.
Pay her all the monies. It's great.
All right, so I'm gonna throw these meatballs in and we'll catch you guys in a few.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are getting ready to go in the oven. They look like they're a really weird color, but this is ground beef that I had taken out of the freezer, so I think it just oxidized while it was defrosting. Dan is doing the most dreaded keto task of life. With keto, you will shred a lot of freaking cheese. All of the best recipes call for cheese, and fresh grated, in my opinion, melts a lot better, and it also doesn't have any cornstarch. So
And it's cheaper.
It is
it's
cheaper. Why do you always have to harass me while I'm cooking? Stop making me try to touch you. Get out of here.
So there's the meatballs, guys, in all of their glory.
And that's actually the marinara that I made on my YouTube channel yesterday or the day before. It's great and I couldn't wait to eat it. Next, the cauliflower. So you need 2 bags of riced cauliflower and just prepare it to however the package directions tells you to. This is nice and steamed and ready, so now I'm just gonna tell you what I put in it, okay? So, we are going to
Do you want me to show it?
show the cauliflower.
The list.
Oh, no. Half a block of cream cheese. Right in. It's a little bit softened. It's been sitting there for a while. Then a tablespoon of chopped garlic. 4 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. half a tablespoon of parsley, a teaspoon of oregano, and with the seasonings, like just do how you like it. We always over season our food. And then this is a teaspoon of basil. Whoop. Then salt and pepper to your taste.
That looks like a lot of salt in a camera.
It's not though. Then we're gonna, or maybe it is, I like salt. So we're gonna mix it up and get it pretty well incorporated with that cream cheese. Depending on the size of the bag of your cauliflower, all of these ingredients might need to be adjusted a little bit. You might need a little bit more or less cauliflower. Once it looks nice and melty and cheesy, you'll know. Like, I think this might need a little bit more. So I'll probably add a little bit more cream cheese, and then I'll show you what it looks like going into the pan. All right, next we're gonna add, I would say about a half a cup of ricotta cheese. This is, again, something you can kind of eyeball. This is our first time making it this way, so I'll probably adjust the ingredients if I feel like it needs it. So you get that ricotta in, start mixing it together. This is all nice and warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat while that incorporates. I am also going to add about a half a cup of fresh shredded mozzarella.
Cheese.
It's definitely indulgent, but you know, I've learned after doing keto for as long as I have that if my dinners are not really filling and satisfying, I have a tendency to want to snack after dinner. So it's really served me well to do super cheesy, fatty, delectable meals, and then I'm full for the rest of the day. Okay, so it's cheesy, it's beautiful, it has a ton of seasonings in it. I have a buttered 8x8 pan. You can see this is a well-loved pan. Hopefully we don't get anything from it.
Nothing but love.
It smells so good. Smell-o-vision should be a thing. It really should.
Maybe one day.
So I'm gonna press that down into the 8x8 pan. I have my oven preheated for 350. It's going to get topped with a little bit more mozzarella because, hey, I mean, you shredded it. Like, we should use it.
Mm-hmm. Wayne Shredsky.
Shred it, bro. Shred it. Okay, so a little bit more mozzarella just on top. And then I'm also gonna put just a really light sprinkling of garlic powder on top to just really seal that point home that it's like an Italian flavoring. Oh, that's onion powder.
Do it.
Okay, so pro tip, all these seasonings come out really fast. So I like to put some in my hand and then just kind of sprinkle from there. So I have made that mistake many times. So now that's gonna go into the oven and bake at 350 for 20 minutes, give or take, once the cheese is nice and bubbly. And then I will pull it out and show you what it looks like. I'm not gonna say it. And we'll see what it looks like. And you can see that the meatballs are ready for action. They're just heated all the way through and just kind of hanging out, warming with the sauce. So in it goes. Oh, it's so beautiful. So I let this bake at 350 for 20 minutes, and then I actually turned on the broil, and it was under broil for 60 seconds. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It smells so...
Let's just listen.
You're holding a bone, though.
They can hear it, though. It has a microphone.
So it looks
You have
beautiful.
a microphone.
We're gonna plate it, and then I'll probably have Dan take a bite of it on camera, and we will eat dinner once our kids go to bed, which is in about 10 minutes.
Yes. Kidless dinners.
Nom nom.
Extreme!
Okay guys, I just plated out like a mini version of it. Dan's gonna go ahead and be my taste tester. I wish that I would have cooked the cauliflower a little bit longer, but it still looks delicious. So he's gonna give it a bite and let you know how it is. Oh my goodness, Levi. Oh. Hold on, your daddy's tasting food. Do you want to try it? Okay, today, Junior. It's probably scalding hot.
Oh my god.
Is it good?
It's amazing. It's super creamy. The marinara and the cream cheese and everything goes so well together. It's amazing.
You love it?
I love it.
Okay, so we can put this on our food list.
Food list.
All right, so there you have it. It was a success. We're gonna pig out for dinner, and it's going to be delicious.
This is mine now.
Oh, Levi. It's okay.
You want some?
Someone didn't have a nap today.
You want some?
So that was it. It was really easy to make. You guys always see the memes where they talk about how cauliflower can be transformed into anything. I definitely don't subscribe to that, but I know depending on what you add to it for seasonings, you can really adjust the flavor and make it fit whatever it is that you're craving. Dan loved it, so that's a plus. Somebody skipped a nap today, so he is in rare form. We are going to brush teeth. He licked the sample plate clean, so I guess it was good. We're gonna get the kiddos ready for bed and get ourselves situated, and then we are going to eat a delicious dinner. I hope everyone had a really great Tuesday.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
Here you go.
Does Lincoln want to say bye?
The place in my shoe.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
Come here.
Say hi to the camera.
My dudes.
Camera.
Yeah, so neither kid has had a nap today, and they are going to sleep peacefully, I hope, and we're gonna eat dinner, and it's gonna be magical.
Tell everybody night night.
We're gonna watch some TV.
Bye-bye.
Tell them night night, Lincoln.
Bye.
Night night.
Have a great night, everybody. I hope
See
you
you
enjoy
soon.
it. If you make the recipe or you mix it up, let us know. And if you want to see me go through the whole meatball recipe, I can do that too. Leave me comments and let me know what you think, and take it easy.